and we are officially recording. And hello, everybody. It's Mr. Mark Romero. It is, what is the date today? It's the 19th of March. Wow, whoever knew that March could be so interesting, right? I mean, I had my birthday on Monday. It's been an interesting experience ever since. That just goes down as one of the most unique ones. I didn't even get my birthday dinner. I mean, I had to eat at home for my birthday. I mean, sheesh. But oh well, it is what it is. And it is the first day of spring today. Thank you for that, Anne. So let's just take a nice first day of spring inhale. Melanie says, happy belated, pleasure. March Madness has a whole new meaning. Yes, it does, with no commercials and no sports. So I think we're going to start off with a little piece of music just to start off with, just to kind of open things up and get things flowing here. So, oh, and I just found out tomorrow is the International Day of Happiness. Is everybody committed to finding the happiness within themselves, as if there was ever any other place to find it? But is everybody really to find that place within themselves, that place of happiness? I get some absolutelys. I get in some happy birthdays. Yes, indeed, from Lydia. Yes, from Anne. Yes, from Melanie. Awesome. So, for those of you who have gone around the block with me a few times before, anytime that I do healing process work, either in one-on-one or in group, I always open with opening and I end with grounding. So why buck the trend? Let's open up to something right now. And so I'm going to play a little bit of music for opening to kind of help us to open up in the day and just help everybody kind of settle down. I just invite you just to take some nice deep breaths and to just breathe along. And then we'll get ready to start a little journey today. So just breathe deeply. This is a little musical mantra piece for opening, which is really about opening up to possibilities, an opportunity to set an intention for yourself. What would you love to get out of this experience? So just take some nice, deep, slow inhales and go to that most precious place, that place within, the place that's behind all of the thoughts, that place that's behind all of the worry, and perhaps maybe the stress and the tension that's going on today that you might be feeling. Just kind of breathe it out and let it go. Let's take another deep breath. Just let me ask you a couple questions. Are you willing to open up to a whole new way of possibility? A whole new way of being. A whole new way of consciousness. Because we're in a time where we are literally being asked to upgrade. the software of our minds. So just take another deep inhale. So just take another big, deep inhale. Just open mouth, let it go. And welcome. I'm so excited you're here. For those of you who are here live, thank you so much for being here. For those of you who are on the recording, thank you for tuning in and watching. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff, I guess, for us to do, but we all got a lot of time to tune into different things. I love it because I was like picking up the phone today and everybody answered. I mean, it's like a dream come true for a salesman, Jehovah Witnesses coming and knocking on your door. I saw a really cute little meme on that. Everybody's, oh man, they're like all excited about it. It was really cute. But yeah, so everybody's been home today, which has really been pretty cool to have an opportunity to connect with some of you out there. So once again, I just want to welcome everybody for being here. I'm excited to create the space today to maybe open up some different mindsets and of course to elevate our energy, to elevate our state of being and to open up into a whole new way of being because man, I tell you, we are getting the big time invitation to upgrade our state of being, to evolve our lives, to start looking at things from a different perspective and to really start tuning into that place where we find all the things that we can't find out there, like self-belief, like self-appreciation, like security, like self-love. You can't find that out there. It's like I went on Amazon. I was looking on Amazon Prime to order some, and I couldn't find any self-love. The shelves were bare. I looked for security, self-belief, or self-worth, and none of those things. I went and checked out Walmart. You can't find them there. They're in here, and this is where we're really being redirected, especially now when it comes to about security. Because I talked to some friends of mine who are kind of wigging out about their stock portfolios and stuff, and who are really base their security on things outside of themselves. And I knew this from my past corporate days and stuff being a former CEO. You can't find it there. You have to find it here. And we're all being called to find that place here within ourselves. And that's a big leap, and it can certainly be very upsetting, especially when we get challenged like how we've been challenge here recently, but I have faith in each and every one of us that we can tap into this and really access this point of power, this power that's within each and every one of us. Last night I was on a call with Conscious Youth with these kids, great kids, man, probably from age 9 to maybe 14, 15. And the host asked the question, if you were going to be any kind of superhuman or superhero, who would you be? And the thing, one of the prevailing messages that came from the call is that the superhero is right here. It's right within you. You don't have to look any further. Go look in the mirror. You want to see your favorite superhero? Go look in the mirror. There you are. And that superhero's within you. And that's what we all want to get in touch with. And that's my dedication for really hosting this call. But there is a theme tonight, and it's really about boosting our immunity. Boosting our immunity. So I know there's a lot of new people, so I'm just going to be real quick about who I am because I see there are a lot of familiar people and they're like going, oh my gosh, if he shares another story about his crazy running down the hallway trying not to be a healer or something like that, I'm going to implode or something like that. So I'll keep it real simple. So I am a recovered CEO. I love that because I was 19 years in the high-tech world, made it all the way to the top, baby, realized, oh my gosh, even with the nice Mercedes and the portfolio and the home and all that good stuff, I was miserable, discontent, unfulfilled, insecure, unhealthy, not feeling like I was worthy of something. And that was when I really started to realize I can't find my self-worth out there. We have this big comment that we hear often is, what's your net worth? Like that's some kind of indicator of your self-worth, and it really isn't. I had really good worth back in the day, but my self-worth was still way down low. They're not correlated with each other. And so I really kind of left to kind of find my passion, my purpose, how I could be of service. I always had this dream how I could in help people. And I came out with a wonderful album. I thought I had a copy here, but I don't. Called Sueños Infinitos. It's part of my Vibrational Success series way back when. And that CD ended up getting in the hands of a guy from NASA who discovered healing frequencies in my music. And from that discovery, I really kind of discovered my own innate ability to harmonize disharmonious energy and developed a technology that literally allows me to help people to raise themselves up, to rise to a new level of empowerment, a new level of being, to let go of some of that stuff that we all have. Let go of that stuff, man. We like carry all these backpacks filled with heavy things, man. Take some of that stuff out. You will find it much easier to move through life. And so that's what I've been doing now over the last 10 years. Um, I primarily express myself through music series, which I know many of you have. I do coaching work where I take people through an energetic coaching process to really help them to um, reveal the masterpiece that's within. I do, I was going to say in-person group healing sessions. Those are all on hold right now. So now I'm doing online group healing sessions exclusively. So, but hope to one day be able to do in-person because there's something magical about that opens up. And then my latest thing that I've really kind of opened up and really realized in part of this shift that's taking place on the planet right now, we can't afford not to be who we are. And, for 10 years, people that I've known or felt comfortable with, yeah, send me a picture of your house and I'll energize your home for you. Send me a picture of your favorite piece of jewelry and I'll energize your piece of jewelry. And I could imprint the frequency of this energy into things. So, but I never like told people. To me, that was like too woo woo. Don't upset the corporate guy. And but now I realize, you know what? Hey, we can't afford not to be our authentic selves. In fact, that's really the true key to living a true and abundant life is to be our authentic selves. So I do energy transmissions. So that'll be coming up on the website soon. And then later this year, kind of depending on how things move, I will be doing my live activation, which this year, 10 years ago, I did an activation workshop for 2.5 days where I had 15 people come, activated this energy within them, taught them how to work with it, came home that evening. I don't know if I should be doing this. I shelved it, never did it again, kind of freaked me out. 10 years later, I got this big calling to get this back out. So um, that's my plan to be able to do that later this year, to have an opportunity to teach people how to work with this energy and empower themselves and to express it in their own unique ways, where I primarily use music, but it can be expressed in so many different ways. So more on that later. So the real question is, who are you? You know, time that we're in is, it's a, you know, I used to say this to Lara back when I first left the corporate world. And she, I say, do you ever, in fact, maybe I'm sure some of you can relate to this. Do you ever feel like sometimes the universe just kind of like, grabs your shirt and just shakes the heck out of you? Wake up, wake up. It's like I just had a flash of Finding Nemo with that little girl and with the fishy, wake up, fishy. And it's like sometimes the universe does that to us. And this is one of those times where you're getting shaken up. Yo, humanity, time to realize that you are divine. Time to realize that you are powerful. Time to realize that you are made up of the same magnificent energy that makes up this whole universe. And you know what? That makes you really damn powerful. Okay? And some of us theoretically have an idea of that, but yet to know it and embody it is a whole nother thing. And we're really being called right now to embody just how freaking magnificent we really are. So I really want to create the space for us to just own that. Are you willing to own your magnificence? Are you willing to embody that to a whole nother level? Are you willing to embrace this aspect of yourself? In fact, type it in. It's always good to type in things. I like to see people type in things. Yes, I'm ready to embody another level of my magnificence. Um, but that's really what we're being called. This is a wake up call. So I see lots of yes coming in. I see yes from Melanie. I see yes indeed from Lydia. Oh, wow, okay, yes, that is a great description of where I am. Yes, I am willing to embody another level of my magnificence. That's from Anne, thank you. Rhonda, yes. Alicia, yes. Hi, Alicia. Carmen, yes. Um, Darlene, yes. Whoa, spring. Yeah, spring, right? It's all about new growth, new buds. Janae, yes, yes, yes. I'm ready to embody another level of my magnificence. Karen, yes, I am ready. Tina, yes, I like it. Joe, yes, I'm willing to embrace who I really am. Man, if this could just work with teenage kids, right? My kids are like home right now going, it's day 4 of the hostage crisis, being out of school. And I said, yeah, but it's your mom and I are the hostages, not you guys. So, but it's all good. So, but that's who we really are. And so quantum physics has this ability to really make our head pop. But I think one of the things, one of my, I guess, shall we say, superpowers is to be able to take something very complex and bring it down to earth in a way that we can really all understand it. And so when we look at this theme for today of boosting our immunity, okay, it's about, it's a term that I've used a lot over the years, rising above the static and noise of the modern day world. In fact, I'm going to share 2 things. For many years, I didn't know what I was doing with this music, with the energy, how to express it, what it was for. Dr. Jones, who's a scientist from NASA, he helped me to get started, and then he transitioned a number of years, probably 10 years ago now. So after that, I kind of felt alone. So I was really kind of out inquiring about energy and different things. And then I remember one day I heard a quote. Have you ever just heard something that just like reverberates as truth? And I actually found it, the one that I originally printed, and I wanted to read it to you. And here it is. People think we need to seek enlightenment. No, we are enlightened. That is our natural state. The unnatural state is what you have been put into. We don't have to seek enlightenment. We have to remove the vibrational barriers and the limiting belief systems that have held us in a state of unenlightenment. I want to read that again. We don't have to seek enlightenment. In other words, you don't have to seek your divinity. You don't have to seek your unlimited potential. You don't have to seek your magnificence. It's already there. You don't have to seek enlightenment. We have to remove the vibrational barriers and the limiting belief systems that have held us in a state of unenlightenment. It's not about seeking it, it's about removing what is stopping us from being what we already are. You already are enlightened. You've just forgotten. We've all forgotten to one degree or another. You already are magnificent. You already are the masterpiece. As Michelangelo so eloquently put with the statue of David, I didn't carve David, I just removed the pieces that were hiding the masterpiece within the block of marble. Welcome to the game of life. And yes, we all signed up to come play because we thought it would be fun. Isn't that cool? That is such a huge piece. But the most important thing is we have to remove the vibrational barriers and the limiting belief systems. And why is that? Well, I go back to the radio dial, and this is a really great way to put quantum physics and energy. 88.5 on this end, 108.5 on this end, and all these frequencies in between. We live in a world that's broadcasting at 88.5, okay? Oh, gloom and doom about the economy, 88.5. If you want to tune into that, just tune your station 88.5. You know, oh, coronavirus, up 88.5, broadcast 24/7, courtesy of the media, courtesy of social media. Okay, if you're looking at it, 88.5, economy, 8.5, presidential elections, oh my gosh, 88.5. And we live in a world at 88.5. We're also impacted by all the chemicals in the environment. We're impacted by all the lovely waves being produced by our technology that put our energy into a state of disharmony. Or as I said in that quote, the vibrational barriers that are preventing you from connecting in to the ultimate super internet where you have access to all the information, all the insight, everything you need to heal your body, heal your life, lift yourself to the next level, make your dreams true, express yourself in a completely different way. It's all there. You have access to it. It's all within here. This is where we connect to it, you know? But it's kind of hard when our signal's being, it's kind of hard when you are a super biological wireless computer with the ultimate fast and somebody hooked up to a phone modem like back in the old days with the internet. We don't have to operate that way. So what if we move you from 8.5 to 100.3? The cool thing is at 100.3, you don't receive the broadcast of 88.5. You receive any of that stuff. And the way to boost your immunity is to move from 88.5 to 0.3 or above. And these are just analogies, but this is what the whole conversation that the esoterics love to talk about, raising your vibration. Yeah, but I prefer to call it tuning into a new station on the cosmic radio dial. And when you're at 100.3, you're not receiving anything that's being broadcasted at 88.5. You might ask, well, how can that really be? Well, I've seen this for 10 years now, over 10 years, with how I saw how people were impacted by their technology, making them go weak, how they're impacted by chemicals, making them go weak and disrupting their energy field, and how by the push of a dial, they instantly were no longer going weak or no longer being negatively impacted by things. In other words, raising up to a new dial, a new frequency, a new station of possibility. And this is what we're in the process of doing. So what I want to do is I want to kind of, why do we need to do this? Why do we need to go to 10 years of therapy to forgive our mom? What if we could do it in a month? I mean, how cool would that be? And that's what we're really opening into. Now is the time to really amp up our energy and to tune into some new steps of possibility. So before I get into the process, I want to just give you a couple down to earth things that you can do to begin boosting your immunity, okay? In your energy and raising your 88.5 to 100.3, okay? First of all, number one, turn off the TV, okay? Watch, don't tune in to any of the stuff that's going to bring you down, all right? Any of the stuff that's going to instill fear. Fear is horrible for your immune system. Fear is not a great state to be in if you're going to remember the enlightened person that's within you, okay? Now, it doesn't mean we resist it. In fact, we're going to dive into any fear that you might be feeling in this process and release and let it go, but we don't want to live there. We don't want to fight it. We don't want to resist it. We don't want to get stuck there. So turn off the media. Turn off anything that's going to bring you down. Break the addiction of getting on this. Oh, what's the latest? What's the latest? What's the latest? You're not going to find enlightenment in here. Turn it off. Quit watching it. Number two, if you are going to feed yourself with some stuff, make sure it's positive, it's uplifting. There's beautiful videos, things, people stepping into their power, singing songs, in those song shows where, and you get to see this beautiful talent come out and people having the courage to express their authentic selves. To me, that's always inspiring. I like to listen to Brendan Burchard. I like to listen to Kyle Cease. I mean, there's so much stuff out there that I can feed my soul and lift myself up. Heck, I even like listening to my own music sometimes. I play all the time. Man, I'm like in my bliss zone when I'm playing. And we actually play music in the house all the time. So, I mean, it's like feed yourself what's going to lift you up. Secondly, or thirdly, get out in nature, breathe the air. And I'm sorry if you are in Canada, but put your little booties on and your gloves and a jacket and go outside anyways and feel the crispness in the air. Just get out. Went for a beautiful walk run around the park this morning. It's awesome. And it was just so helpful in clearing my energy and moving through things. So I just really want to encourage you to get out into nature. And then, of course, eat good quality foods, drink good quality water, but keep yourself focused and your energy in a state of optimism, possibility, and excitement for the time that we're living in. Are you going to master it overnight? No, but cut yourself some slack, okay? We're learning how to walk and run in a whole new way now, okay? So cut yourself some slack. For those of you who are parents, here's another analogy just pops in my head. When your child was young and just learning how to walk, and your boy or girl stumbled and fell, did you tell that child, just stay down there, just don't get up, okay? Because if you get up, you might scrape your knee and bump your head. No, encourage that child to get up, give it a shot again. And before you knew it, that kid was walking. And before you knew it, that child was running. And before you knew it, that kid was into everything in the house. And you're like, kind of go, man, it was kind of nice when they didn't walk, right? But now that's what we're learning how to do, walk and run on a whole new level. So when it comes to this, keeping yourself focused and your inner state of being, and as optimistic a state as possible, okay, cut yourself some slack if maybe you don't have it down overnight. Okay? Be gentle. Be gentle with ourselves, and we will definitely implement a little aspect of that. So I got a note from a doctor, actually. Solfeggio frequencies, 432 hertz. How cool is that? Adequate and good sleep, absolutely. So there's a couple good things from our resident doctor online. Thank you so very much for that. Appreciate it. And that's cool. And interesting. I tuned my guitar to 432. Wow, how's that? Now I discovered my gift before I started tuning to 432, but it's kind of like putting frosting on cake. And it really adds a whole nother level of this really creaminess on top of things. So I don't know, interesting stuff. So I'm going to take a little tea here. So are you guys ready to do some process work? So once again, type in yes. And here's probably the most important question I'm going to ask of the whole day. Are you ready to step into your power to boost your own immune system? Are you ready to step into that? So I get Rhonda, yes. Celeste, yes. Leslie, yes. Anne, heck yes. Oh, I like that. Carmen, oh yes. Lydia, yes and yes. I like that's a double yes from, I don't know who from me to everyone is. Got me. I guess I'm talking to myself. Yes, I'm glad I'm ready. Darlene, yes. Joe, yes. Jane says, count me in. Awesome. So I think we're ready to do some process work. What do you think? So with that being said, I'm going to grab the guitar here. And I noticed as I was playing, it was a little bit out of tune, so I'm going to tune it up real quick. In fact, this is probably a really good metaphor for what we're doing right now in life. It's so important to keep our strings in tune if we're going to play our beautiful music. And the thing is, every day we have to take action to tune our strings. And we gave some suggestions today, and going to actually create a really cool process that's going to help you tune your strings, because your strings have to be in tune to boost your immunity. So this is something we're going to have to be connected within every day to really take the action to do this. So very cool. Anne asked me how many guitars do I have. Oh, Kathy says, me is Kathy. Don't know how to fix it. Well, we know now, so thank you for that. So if I say anything to myself, I know that it's not me, it's Kathy. Thank you. I feel much better. I was ready to have some kind of episode or something. Anne says, I'm curious how many guitars you have. Well, would you believe it? Right now, I only have 2 guitars. So this is my pride and joy baby for now 20 years. And that 12-string guitar behind me is just kind of a relic from the past. It was given to me a long time ago. And occasionally I pull it out and I play some Hotel California on it, which is always kind of fun. It's like the only song I know on the 12-string, but I'm a nylon string guy through and through. And this is a Plazuelo flamenco guitar. So had it for a good amount of time, and it's my preferred guitar of choice. So With that being said, I invite everybody to just kind of kick back, take some nice deep breaths, and let's go on a little journey together. How's that sound? So just breathe deeply. Just breathe. So just take a nice, deep, open mouth inhale. Just open mouth, let it go. And follow it up with another deep breath. Just open mouth, let it go. And just surrender into this time and into this space. Just begin to bring your attention inward. Just tuning into that space, observing your breath. Just begin to bring your attention inward. Just tune into your body. Your feelings, your emotions. What are you feeling right now? Better yet, what are you feeling that you need to let go of? Perhaps maybe fear. Perhaps maybe worry. There's a lot of that in the air right now. So just take a deep inhale and just tune into what you're feeling. So whether it be fear or anxiety, sadness, just allow yourself to feel it. By beginning to tune into it. We begin to free ourselves. Take another deep breath. And just begin to start breathing that out. Using this beautiful power of your imagination. Just let it go. Imagination moves energy. And by you imagining and feeling, you can literally let go of years and years of lower density energy that you've held within yourself. So take a deep inhale. And let it go. Take another deep breath. Just really feel into it. Just let go of any of that fear and worry that you're feeling right now. And allow it to pass through you, kind of like clouds on a windy day. Take another deep breath and gently let it go. Take another deep breath. So now just bring your attention back to your heart space, back to your breathing. And for the next few moments, just observe the next few moments of quiet. Just see what arises. Feel what arises. And just let go and process through and breathe through anything that shows up. Let's go ahead and take another deep breath. Open mouth, let it go. And once again, bring your attention back to your heart space. And to the best of your ability, imagine breathing in the notes. Take another deep, slow inhale. And once again, utilizing this gift of your imagination. Imagine a beautiful light over the top of your head. This light filled with love, with compassion, and unconditional acceptance. Take another deep breath. This beautiful light of higher vibration love coming in through the top of your head, into your beautiful body. Take another deep breath. Filling up every fiber of your being, every cell. Every vibrational strand of energy. Take another deep inhale. So just take another deep breath. Allowing this energy to move through your body. Just dissipating any stress, any worry. Moving you up to new stations of possibility. Take another deep. So just take another deep, slow inhale. Open mouth, let it go. And begin to gently bring yourself back to this time, back to this space, back to this moment, back to the room, back to the chair, whatever you're sitting on. And just invite a little bit of motion back into your hands. Back to your feet. Take some nice deep breaths. If you have any water, drink some water. Whew. Man, I went like places too, so that's always a good sign. It's like better than drugs. So cool. So just welcome. Just stretch out a little bit. Just move your arms, your feet. Just really kind of feel your body. And here's a homework assignment for you right now. I want you, everybody, give yourself an embrace. Just give yourself a big hug. Okay? Get connected to that. Well, Anne says, yeah, no hangover. Yeah, really. Tanya says, love it. Feels so peaceful. Absolutely. A little peaceful, beautiful, beautiful sound. So thank you. So, um, feel free to share if anything showed up for you in particular. Like I said, there's a lot of energy moving in this piece. I can always tell kind of like when I come out, if I feel like I've gone places, I know there's been a lot of stuff moving. So there was definitely some moving energy there, which is really cool. Melanie says, thank you so much. So Rhonda says, I fell asleep. Well, that's all right. Because the cool thing is, whether you're awake or asleep, the ears are still hearing. Your energy is always listening. The most important part is your intention. So hopefully you got that in. Alicia said it was great. Thanks. You're very welcome. Tanya said thankful. Awesome. From me to everyone. Awesome. Arms were like lead at the end. Very cool. Danielle says thanks, Mark. P.S. More snow here today. Great cleansing. So yep, that is snow. I didn't recognize them in Southern California. I don't know what snow looks like. Lydia says, I actually cried when I hugged myself. Wow, awesome. I love it. Darlene, thank you. iPhone number 2 said, that was truly beautiful. Duchenne, I loved how you said breathe in the notes. So powerful. You're welcome, Rhonda. You're welcome, Marnie. Thank you so much for being here. Tins of tears, which I believe means tons of tears. Awesome. So I've been quoting my mom a lot lately. Don't tell her because it's like putting gas on fire. If I tell her about like the wisdom that I learned from my younger days, then she becomes a little bit more cocky. But she always used to tell me, son, we cry our tears so that we can see life more clearly, which is one of my favorite sayings from her. How true is that? I keep finding grief when I ask love to come in. Just feel it. If it comes in, just breathe through it. You don't have to hang on to it. You don't have to swim in it. Just allow it. That's stuff that's coming up to be released, Jane. So just let it go. Okay? So I know sometimes it can be hard, but just breathe through it. Let it go. Grief is a frequency of energy. Okay? So very important. Get outside. Drink good quality food and water. Listen to uplifting things, things that are going to lift your spirit. Turn off that TV, okay? Unless it's something beautiful and uplifting, you know. Um, Thank you. Love that explanation of tears. You're very welcome. Thank my mom. Of course, as a teenager, I didn't um, really appreciate it at the time, but years later, of course, we all come to terms and realize, oh, if I'd only listened to my mom, I could have saved myself years of anguish and hassle, right? Rhonda says, I felt the same grief last night. Tapping helps. Hey, whatever you got to use, tapping. Invite you to go back when I post this, go through the process again, breathe through it. I'm learning to embrace and welcome my tears as a massive cleansing. Definitely. Thank you, Anne, for sharing that. I feel serene. Thank you. You're so very welcome. So, couple things. So, obviously, with this kind of unique space and time that we're kind of in, I've kind of been tuning in and kind of seeing, okay, how can I really be of service? How can I really be helpful for people? So, I'll be sending out an email here over the weekend with a schedule, and there's going to be a schedule through the week. Dr. Lara and myself are going to be doing live broadcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So you have a schedule. It's there. It's open for anybody to come and participate. Okay. So that'll be coming out here real soon. It's so important to keep our energy high and to keep lifting ourselves to new levels. And last week, as I mentioned in the call I did last week, I wanted to do something completely different because I know there's a lot of fear and worry out there around finances and different things. And so all these classes and all these things, they're all going to be available on donation basis. And so it's something, if you feel called, if you feel that you've gotten value and you feel um, within your heart to give back, then I invite you to donate whatever works for you. I mean, this is a unique time for unique measures. And honestly, I think this is a model that we're going to see more and more as we move into higher states of consciousness, is this donation model. It's like, no, it's $97, but if you order today, we'll give you the 20% discount, but it's only good for 24 hours. That stuff is going away. Okay. It's becoming obsolete. That's like 88.5 sales techniques. Um, it's going to be a thing by the wayside. So I really wanted to do something unique for this. So, and with that, at least in my calls anyways, is that I recorded this really cool process into the studio. And so for everybody that donates, I'm going to send you a link where you can download this process and you can work with it on your iPhone or wherever it is that you listen to your stuff in pristine audio, I must admit, because I'm a audio guy. So, and that, if you want to take advantage of that, smarkromeromusic.com/boost, BOOST. I will, let's see here. I guess I could put it in my comments here just so that everybody's got it. And it's markromeromusic.com/BOOST. You donate what works for you. And that's how all these calls are going to be available. Completely new model for me. Never did it until last week. I just felt called to do it. I'm going to listen to my callings. We all need to listen to our callings, so I'm really excited about that. And as I mentioned, regular scheduled sessions on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'll be posting that. You'll get an email about that. And you can tune in to any of those shows that you feel called to and be with myself. Dr. Lara will be doing her own, I'll be doing my own, and then we're going to do some together. So I'm really excited about that. We're just in the process of finalizing the scheduling. And then next week there will be a webinar, which I will send out an email about also. And this is about how to rise above negative influences in the environment. It's for those of you who want to dive in a little bit deeper, get an idea behind the science, behind the work that I'm doing with the music and energy. Love to share what I learned from hanging out with a really cool quantum physicist from NASA. This guy was amazing. It was interesting. The other day I was in a conversation with some people. This was when we could go out to dinner. Um, and they said, it's amazed me how much science really knows about spirituality and consciousness. And 12, 13 years ago, Dr. Jones, I swore back then that he was from another planet, but he used to be able to look into your field above your head. Do you remember what happened when you were 4 years old? Would you like to clear that? And he could help you clear it out of your field. It was really an amazing experience. And of course, I might have thought maybe he was a little woo woo back then, or maybe that he had done too many drugs back in the 60s or something. But he was really an amazing guy, and it really just opened up to a lot of stuff. So this is all within the realm of possibility now. And this is the work that I've been diving into with the music and with the energy healing, literally help people remove what's not been serving them. So really cool stuff. The other thing is I've received a lot of emails, and there's been a lot of orders coming in for my Vibrational Success series, which is a music series for reducing stress and enhancing your performance, which there seems to be a lot of stress and anxiety around happening right now. So if that's something, I did want to put this out. It's not, that's markromeromusic.com/vibrate, VIBRAATE. Got to know how to spell that. And little coupon code MRM20 will take $20 off the price for you. You can get that series. That's for reducing stress and rising above all the negative influences. And the stressors are an environment that are stressing us out anyways, even before we get to deal with the circumstances that are happening. But like I said, this is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to raise ourselves to the next level. This is an opportunity to go to new heights. This is an opportunity for all of us to remember the masterpiece that's within, this divine expression that's unlimited in its potential, that's unlimited in our possibility. Now more than ever, we need to tune into this and to shine our light at home, with your family, with your kids, with your friends. Even if you can't go see them, get on the phone, be your authentic self. That's what's going to shine your light. That's what's going to bring your music forward. I really want to encourage all of you to be true to that essence. And if you have any questions, you can email me at support@markromeromusic.com, support@markromeromusic.com. Just I'll read some comments. If you have any questions, you can type them in real quick. Rhonda says, I have all of your music on a mini SD card and sometimes play it in the background if not listening to non-energetic music. Hey, push play, play it in the background. Awesome to hear. Thank you so much for sharing that, Rhonda. Yes, I have music playing in the background all day. Fantastic. Love to hear that. It's a great tool to really support you. So I think I have, okay. There's a question, what was the coupon code? I'll put in the website for the Vibrational Success Series. And that is a 24-hour musical solution for reducing stress and anxiety. Not that any of us are dealing with any of that right now, but I did want to make that available. And then once again, if you want to, if you feel called to donate to tonight's call, you certainly can at markromeromusic.com/boost. But this is for the Vibrational Success Series, and the code, I guess I forgot to type the code, is MRM20. MRM20. So it's all up there. And like I said, if you have any questions, just email me at support@markromeromusic.com, support@markromeromusic.com. Now the fun part, I get to unmute. We get to all say goodbye to each other. And I just want to really send all the blessings out to everybody and to just support you in this wonderful grand opportunity that we're all experiencing right now to awaken to another level of our divinity. So stay connected to that truth, stay connected to your optimism, stay connected to the possibility, and do whatever you got to do to feed your soul and lift your life to new heights. Thank you, Lydia, for my belated happy birthday. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. So let's unmute, let's say goodbye, and we'll go from there. How does that sound? So here we go. In fact, let me stop recording because they probably don't want to